Music creators and consumers are fed up with Spotify, with the price hikes and with the payouts. Really, this comes from the major label shares and their stakes within Spotify itself, making it discomforting for everybody. And when these people are discomforted, there must be a replacement, right? Well, with streaming 2.0 on the horizon, who is really going to take this charge? Will Spotify be able to stand up to what TikTok is doing in the marketplace right now? And I'm going to explain it to you in a minute. So, artists need more money. Fans want a better experience, but the problem is everybody is frustrated and up in arms. Will TikTok be able to give us a solution for everything that is going on in the streaming marketplace right now? We're going to talk about that coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover show. My name is Casey Graham. Let's hop right in. All-in-one platform experiences will unfold streaming 2.0. Now, this continues on my Spotify video I had dropped maybe 2 weeks ago, I think now. So every era has a consolidation point. In the 80s, we consolidated record players to Walkmans and portable CD players. In the 2000s, we consolidated CD players into MP3 players, which was a terrible era. And then by 2010, we consolidated them into an app to be accessed on internet-capable devices. Now we must go into the devices and consolidate the app into behemoth mega apps that handle everything in one place. Now, you may say, man, we don't need that. Yes, we do. We're not going back. We're not going back to CD players and cassette tapes. That's a nostalgic thing. We're not going back to MP3 players. If you want one, you can get one, but ain't nobody really going back to that. So we need something new that can really help the artists take charge here. And I believe that TikTok will be, I know TikTok's going to be the one to do it. Now, part one, TikTok Music is building steam. To catch you up to speed, in the summer of 2022, TikTok filed for a U.S. trademark of TikTok Music, launched a streaming platform called Rezo to test the streaming markets in conjunction with the platform, and then they added music to the profiles of verified artists, and they launched SoundOn, a music distribution service. I explained all this in my video, TikTok fires shots at Spotify and Apple Music, major changes coming, back on August 31st, 2022. Back then, I knew that this was going to happen. As soon as I saw the streaming service, I was like, oh, I put two and two together. I was like, oh, it's game over. Part two, TikTok Music is building steam here. TikTok has refused to bend to the will of the major labels earlier last year, and that is why you saw a lot of major label music removed from the platform. Business pages could not use the popular music from major artists, and it was replaced by catalog instrumental music. This is true. That's why you saw stuff had the relaxing theme or the scary thing. You know what I mean? And these catalogs from like Pond 5 and Audio Jungle became the mainstay on business pages until they were able to reach a deal with the labels. Now, this caused the public to condition the mind of the public themselves to use unknown catalog music instead, which eventually became a non-issue so long as the user could get the right music for their pages. So the public was like, I'm putting up a fight because I can't use the major label music, but I'll just adapt instead and we'll use this because TikTok is very addicting. Now, and it brings in a lot of revenue for people. Now the majors are back and they are ready to play ball, but with a decreasing market share and more independents getting into the game, who cares? And I'm saying that about the public. The public doesn't really care. Let's build some more steam here. The moves TikTok pulled off with SoundOn, Snoop Dogg, and the Death Row catalog earlier this year were genius. It makes the video I put out 2 weeks ago about Spotify dying by 2028 much more relevant. If the majors are a secondary implementation and AI music fills in the gaps, will the public even care when we are reaching a bigger market share of independent music? I had to reinstate that question again because it is true. All right, just keep following me and I'm going to show you over the last year how TikTok has built some steam here. Now, direct to artist revenue. Spotify wants 1,000 streams to pay out. TikTok doesn't care. And I'm only saying yet right here. I don't know if they ever will really care about 1,000 streams. They'll pay out, period. Because TikTok is a media network, what stops them from making a premium network or options for their creators? TikTok has more options to supercharge a direct-to-artist revenue model overnight, especially with the capabilities gained with TikTok Shop. Now, the ability to share and comment is the silver bullet here. Spotify doesn't have a great ability to share. However, TikTok Music does. On top of that, it's an instant share. Okay, this kills Instagram and Spotify at the same time and puts restraints on YouTube. But wait, there's more. You can even comment on your favorite songs and join in on the conversation. Game over for now. And I know that you can comment on the songs on YouTube Music in the app, but it's like YouTube is there, but there's not enough people on YouTube Music to really make it pop like that. TikTok Music kicks around, it's gonna be crazy. All right. Now, YouTube Music has been prepping for this battle for ages, so don't get it twisted. Ever since YouTube hired Leor Cohen, I knew something was going to brew. Though there is not much to say concerning YouTube Music being able to combine your YouTube page, Shorts page, and music profile in one body is a big blow all in itself. And I recommend that all of the people who are following me do this. You know, supercharge your Shorts page, get it going, and connect the YouTube page to the YouTube Music page. All right. YouTube has already had a community subscription at the ready since maybe 3-4 years ago, and all they have to do is push the button. This is true. Plus, YouTube has already started testing revenue sharing with music rights holders and content creators, so we may see a surprise attack with the good old Google. Now, here's the kicker. On top of that, Google was also a purchasing partner in BMI during last month's sale of BMI. So this is getting really spicy here. I want to keep you all informed on what's really happening in the game. All right, last year, TikTok launched Rezo, and this is what it was in, I think, Australia and India and some other countries, right? This was the original app, Rezo. This is what TikTok Music is now. It is now in Australia. It's in Mexico. It's getting close. It's getting close to the US, man. And I'm ready to join it today, to be honest with you. Connect your TikTok account, sync your TikTok account to stream full versions of your favorite viral TikTok tunes in one place. I mean, come on. Right? If I want to share something, you see that share button right there? And I want to share it to my feed. Like, this is going to do wonders for artists who want to get found like, oh, I think this is dope. Let me share it. Because it's like, it's something, the share button alone is something Facebook should have did a long time ago for me to instantly put what I like directly into my feed. I hate that I can't do that on Instagram, right? But on TikTok, you can. That does a whole lot of damage when you're trying to get big as an artist. Be part of a new music community, express yourself with comments, discover behind the scenes stories, and connect with other like-minded music lovers. It's like if you discover some music and then TikTok says, oh, here's some other related artists that are like this one, and you can delve into that page and that community and that, oh my God, it's gonna be insane. Right now the prices are reasonable. But even at $11.99 a month, I'm not really tripping on that. I mean, this is really going to revolutionize how we do things. So what does this mean for my Spotify promotion? You will have to adjust. There will be new strategies you'll have to implement. But as long as you view music as content creation, just as much as general content creation itself, it will help ease the pains of your devoted focus to Spotify. This will take lots of work, people, so get ready, all right? Will Spotify still be around? It will be the equivalent of your uncle saying, back in my day, we had to walk 15 miles to the record store to get an album, right? However, for those who have huge databases of playlists, it will be around. Spotify will be the slain veteran we give respect to for putting up a fight with the majors first, because they were the first. I don't care how much you don't like Spotify and how much they're not paying out. It was fine in the beginning before the major labels got involved. You get what I'm saying? So, what type of overall promotion strategy should I consider? Content, content, and content. Jump in and figure out what works best for you. All right? But if we're going to make all this content, you already know where I'm going. Come on, man. If we're going to make all this content, we're going to do all this planning. Wouldn't it make sense if you had a foundation to support all of this stuff? So this is what I did. Listen, if you're an artist, a producer, a songwriter, or a new music business exec who wants to build your record company or publishing company in 60 days or less without searching all over the internet for the how-tos and the articles and the steps that you're missing, I got it all consolidated within a framework that will get it done in 60 days or less. And this will allow you to build a robust company for all this stuff we just talked about with TikTok, right? And it will allow you to learn how to play the game, get your feet in the game via the contract knowledge you need, as well as collecting your record and your publishing royalties domestically and internationally, all in one neat little package. And if you trip through the course, I got you. All you got to do is book a call with me and we'll get you back on track. But it is plain direction, because all this planning And all this work you're getting ready to do for all your content will just go to waste once the money and the ownership of everything starts to fall through the cracks and you put it all in your pockets and it's all personal and you begin to do stuff that you don't really have no idea about, out of pocket and out of order. I don't want you to be in that position. But grab the free stuff below if this is your first time watching the channel. 10 major steps to increase your record label's profits. A free split sheet is included with this download. However, if you utilize TikTok, creating content on TikTok will supply your career with the reinforcement that you need to build your brand. This allows you to garner the attention necessary to rake in the money necessary to prop up your career, which is what we need. Now, if you stick to YouTube or Instagram, YouTube will not leave you high and dry, but you may lose a lot of speed. Now, Instagram and the meta companies will leave you looking for another way out. I guarantee it. Once this happens and people begin to see the increased traction, the increased revenue, and the sheer speed of it all. You all know how the first wave of TikTok went, with the speed to get attention. But a lot of people didn't know what to do with that attention. Now they're building in the alleyways for your attention to flow. You'll be looking for another way out using Instagram, I guarantee you. And they will have more of a migration from music artists directly into TikTok. All right, music money makers. So you now have the means to make an educated decision about finally getting in on this content train that's been chugging along. So maybe you might have felt that TikTok was overrated in the past, and maybe you just didn't want to make that decision simply because of it, but you now have a notion to do so. Clearly, you can see this train isn't stopping anytime soon. Music money makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, download the free stuff below, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, and I'll see you next time. Peace.